Monday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes.
And I think what a wet start to the work week here. I mean, St. Patrick's Day is a day to get out and really enjoy the sun, but we don't get to do much of that today.
Well, we are going to have an opportunity in Yakima to maybe see a little bit of sunshine now in the Tri-Cities, maybe later this afternoon, but certainly this morning we are starting off on a damp foot in the Tri-Cities. Waking up in Yakima as we start off this Monday, we are not seeing the precipitation in Yakima that we are seeing elsewhere. And in fact, as we go throughout the day, we will see more sunshine in Yakima than we will see elsewhere as well. The Yakima and Kittitas valleys, I should say, we'll be looking at some sunshine for this St. Patrick's Day Monday. In Yakima, it's 32 degrees right now with some clouds overhead. Here's a look at your weather headlines today and going forward. We are going to be seeing decreasing showers on this Monday. Those of us who are seeing rainfall right now will see decreasing showers through the course of the day. Tuesday will be mostly dry around the entirety of the forecast area with mild temperatures, but there are more shower chances in the forecast. We'll talk about all three of these weather headlines in more depth coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning with some regional news. After more than 2 years, the 911 call from the aftermath of the University of Idaho murders has come to light. In it, we can hear the callers make the chilling realization that their friends are dead.
Come on, we gotta go check. But we have to. Did you pass out?
Now, police say the call took place around noon on November 13th, 2022, some 8 hours after roommates Madison Mogan, Kaylee Goncalves, and Zaina Kernodle, as well as Kernodle's boyfriend Ethan Chapin, were stabbed to death in their off-campus apartment. Brian Koberger, who was a criminology PhD student at nearby Washington State University, was arrested and charged for the murders. A not guilty plea was entered on his behalf, and he's set to go to trial in August. The courts had been withholding the 911 call, citing privacy concerns and a possible impact on the case. However, a court filing last week contained a transcript of the audio, deeming it no longer necessary to withhold. A Wapato man who's already in jail accused of killing his girlfriend is now facing additional charges after admitting to assaulting a corrections officer with his own urine and feces. The man is now facing charges of custodial assault and malicious mischief for the incident at the Yakima County Jail on February 18th. Police say when a female corrections officer was doing a walkthrough, the man threw a brown liquid-like substance at her, covering her head in uniform. The officer was taken to Yakima Multicare Memorial Hospital to be checked out. It was determined her uniform and gear are a total loss worth about a total of $1,200. The man is accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend in September. And a busy weekend for law enforcement across the Tri-Cities. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office tell us they were called to an active home burglary on Clodfelter Road in Kennewick yesterday afternoon. They say the owners saw on their security cameras a man enter their garage from a side door before opening the garage and backing his truck inside. The man was taken into custody a short time later, where upon further investigation, he was found to be under the influence of narcotics and was possessing meth as well as stolen items from the house within his truck. He's currently booked into the Benton County Jail. And 2 men are facing charges of trafficking stolen property. Kennewick police tell us the 2 men, a 42-year-old and a 30-year-old, were attempting to sell stolen items when authorities approached them near the 1300 block of Columbia Center Boulevard yesterday afternoon. While the 42-year-old was placed into custody, the 30-year-old fled the scene. Officers later found him at a residence on West Arrowhead Avenue and convinced him to surrender after surrounding the house. Both men are currently being held in the Benton County Jail on a bevy of charges. And in the early hours yesterday morning, deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office say they received multiple reports of a car driving the wrong way on Interstate 82 near Dallas Road. They say with the help of Washington State Patrol, the driver was eventually stopped near Benton City before being taken into custody on suspicion of DUI. Switching gears this morning, county leaders are speaking out about the closure of the Cow Palace Dairy Farm in Granger. The closure is affecting more than 100 people who work there. We spoke to County Commissioner Amanda McKinney, who told us farm closures in Washington are on the rise because of state regulations.
That we're seeing closures of farms across Washington state exponentially increase every year. And it isn't because they don't want to farm, it's because they literally can no longer afford to keep going. It is so litigiously untenable to be in agriculture right now in Washington state that the State Department of Agriculture is literally begging our state legislators to listen to the voice of our farmers when they say it is no longer viable to be a farmer in Washington state. Somebody has to listen in Olympia.
According to the owners of the farm, one of the main reasons for the closure is the ongoing legal battle with the Environmental Protection Agency. So far, it's not known what will happen to the animals at that farm. Several construction projects are planned in the city of Richland in the coming months, several of which you could be seeing in your neighborhood. Three of the most substantial projects are what leaders call mini roundabouts being installed in areas on your screen where they've seen high number of crashes. Some of the work will have impacts on nearby businesses.
There will be a few locations, such as this one. There's a coffee shop. It is still open. We will do our best to work with the businesses in those neighborhoods to actually make sure there's signage up to let the patrons know that those businesses are still open.
Another project the city is working on starts today on Stevens Drive from Swift to Lee Boulevard. All of the projects are expected to be finished by next winter. And 2 Richland area parks are now officially back open as of this weekend. Columbia Park West and Y Park were both closed to the public last year by city leaders after several incidents, including fires and vandalism, created unsafe conditions. Since being closed, the parks have been picked up and fixed up, and they say the city's park rangers will be extra vigilant.
Previously, those rangers had a lot of responsibilities. One thing we did after the park closures really analyzed those operations, and we've really simplified what they're doing. So they're going to focus on park patrols and then also supporting special events and volunteer projects. So we've taken off the other things that they would do, really to give us a greater presence in these places.
Now, officials are also encouraging park users to report any unusual activities to help keep the area safe and clean. And finally, the latest concert in Yakima Valley College's Jazz Series is at Kendall Hall Auditorium tonight. The free concert will host YVC's Jazz Combo and Ensemble and will feature not just jazz, but rock, blues, funk, fusion, and other music genres. The public is welcome, and the concert begins at 7 p.m. tonight. The auditorium is on the YVC campus at 10 North 8th Street. And with that, let's jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan to talk what we can expect tonight. You said that today we could see some more sun or at least some clearing conditions over in Yakima.
Yeah.
Are we going to expect that in time for that YVC concert?
Yeah, I believe so. We are not going to be talking about precipitation at least, so that is some good news. Maybe you're getting dressed up to go to that concert. Well, you're not going to have to worry about getting raindrops on your nice clothes. Here's a look at what you can expect for today. Even in the Tri-Cities this morning, we are seeing some rainfall, but we will see that rain tapering off through the day. The areas that might hold on to rain a little bit longer will be along the base of the Blue Mountains for Walla Walla and Pendleton, where showers are going to be possible throughout the day. We'll take a deeper dive into this with the Storm Tracker Futurecast, and we'll talk about any additional rainfall after today coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5.